Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivataka Acharya Ashtotri Srimad His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. नामाचार्य शिला हरिदास ठाकुर की, अनंत कोटि वैष्णव भक्त वृंद की, ग्रंथराज श्रीमद्भागवतम की, निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे. ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय. ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय. ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय. Good morning everyone. Welcome to today's morning Srimad-Bhagavatam class, glorification of Srimad-Bhagavatam. So today we are discussing from 3.20.27. So we are discussing from text number 27 today. So first I will recite this verse and after that you can repeat. Tom ekah kila lokanam klishtanam kleshanashana. Tvam eka kleshadas desham anashana padam tapa. Now you may repeat. Tvam eka kila lokanam klishtanam kleshanashana. Tvam eka kleshadas desham anashana padam tava. Tvam eka kila lokanam klishtanam kleshanashana. Tvam eka kleshadas desham annasana padam tava. Prabhuji. Tvam eka kila lokanam klishtanam kleshanashana. Tvam eka kleshadas desham anasana padam tava. Tvam eka kila lokanam klishtanam kleshanashana. Tvam eka kleshadas desham anasana padam tava. Mataji. Yeah, wonderful. Tvam eka kila lokanam klishtanam kleshanashana. Tvam eka kleshadas desham anasana padam tava. Mataji. So word to word, Tvam, you, Ekaha, alone, Kila, indeed, Lokanam, of the people, Klishtanam, afflicted with miseries, Klesha, the distresses, Nashanaha, relieving, Tom Ekaha, you alone, Kleshadaha, inflicting distress, Tesham, on those, Annasana, not taken shelter, Padam, feet, Tava, your. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Translation: My Lord, you are the only one capable of ending the affliction of the distressed and inflicting agony on those who never resort to your feet. Purport: the word Kleshadas Tesham Anasanna Padam Tava indicate that Lord has two concerns. First, to give protection to persons who take shelter of His lotus feet, and second is to give trouble to those who are always demoniac and who are inimical toward the Lord. Maya's function is to give afflictions to the non-devotees. Here Brahma said, "You are the protector of the surrendered souls. Therefore I surrender unto your lotus feet. Please give me protection from these demons." It's okay. Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Parasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pacharide Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschate Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So once again welcome everyone for today's Srimad-Bhagavatam class. So first of all, I'd like to take blessings of all assembled devotees, Vaishnavis here, and those who are listening or watching online, so that I may properly glorify Srimad-Bhagavatam. So there are 4 defects of conditioned souls. Conditioned soul is always in illusion. He is prone to make mistakes. He is always in illusion. He is prone to make mistakes. He has cheating propensity. And he has imperfect senses. So me being a conditioned soul, I have imperfect senses. I am prone to make mistakes. So if I make any mistake, please feel to correct me. So Brahmaji, now Yakshas and Rakshasas, they were, after Brahmaji to kill him. So Brahma, out of fear, he is now praying to Supreme Lord to please save him. So Prabhupada says, Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, has 2 main concerns. First, to give protection to His pure devotees who have taken the shelter of His lotus feet, and second is to give trouble to those who are always demoniac and who are inimical toward others. So first of all, this Srimad-Bhagavatam is non-different than Krishna. It's this sound incarnation of Krishna Himself. So, Nashtaprayasu abhadresu nityam bhagavata sevaya. By regularly hearing this Srimad-Bhagavatam, all the dirty things accumulated in our heart, from time immemorial, we have taken millions and millions of birth. So all the dirty things from that birth, past life, all the anarthas, by regularly hearing Srimad-Bhagavatam, it will be clean, the heart will be clean. So, when we were doing a few days back Maha cleaning for Janmashtami, I was cleaning this air conditioner. So, inside the air conditioner, it was very dirty. It was all dust around. So we had limited time, only 1 hour or something it was left. So I was cleaning, and it was not being cleaned. It was so dirty. It was so dust in there. So I got discouraged, from inside. Some voice came, maybe your heart is also dirty like this. So I got a little discouraged for a moment. So maybe I don't know when I will go to home back to Godhead. I have so much unearthed, I was thinking. But suddenly from inside again, one inspiration came that, Cheto Darpan Marjanam. So I again became, very joyful. So Mahaprabhu has given us this Cheto Darpan Marjanam. No matter how much dirt there is in our heart, by chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, by listening Bhagavatam, our heart will be cleaned and we can fully surrender to Supreme Personality of Godhead. So I got the realization. So not only hearing is enough or chanting is enough. So we always recite in morning, Bahu Janma Kariyadi Shravanara Kirtanam Tabhito Napaya Krishna Pade Premadhana. Only listening and chanting is not enough. We should chant and listen Shravanam with rapt attention, with intense attention, with intense desire to achieve Krishna's lotus feet, with intense desire to give pleasure to Krishna and to Prabhupada. So our nature of the mind is such that it will discriminate. I like this, I don't like that. Today is this speaker, today, he makes, many comedy in class, so I will attend his class. Today is this speaker, he speaks a lot of philosophy. If the class is boring, I will not attend. So it's the nature of the mind. So we all conditioned soul, we have same mind, Krishna has given us same mind, we are controlled by same three modes of material nature. So every conditioned soul, those things come in their mind will dictate like that. So we shouldn't think like that. We shouldn't discriminate between speakers like that. Me myself, I discriminate, but I'm trying my best not to, because those who sit in Vyasasana, it's direct representation of Vyasdev. So we shouldn't think this speaker is speaking. We should think that Vyasdev is inspiring this speaker. So our mood should be like that. If we hear in that mood with rapt attention, then Nityam Bhagavata Seva, that Nashta Prayashu Abhadreshu, our dirty things will be clean. Not by just we are hearing here, mind is somewhere else, like with that hearing, it will have effect. It's Srimad-Bhagavatam, but not that effect, much effect. So we should always hear Srimad-Bhagavatam from pure devotees. We have many lectures of Srila Prabhupada, so we should always try to listen, Prabhupada lectures daily, Srimad-Bhagavatam or Bhagavad Gita, even daily. Most of these class is almost like 30 minutes, but we have, facility of, small clips. Banipur Media, we have in YouTube, 7 minutes, 6 minutes, 5 minutes, even, few minutes we have to listen Prabhupada. Because if we hear a pure devotee speaking every day, Nitya, then our heart will be clean soon. So that's the power of pure devotee. So Prabhupada, being a Nitya Siddha, he will help us, he will give us mercy if we have intense desire. So Rupa Goswami in his Padyavali, he has written this book by taking reference from many acharyas, many great Vaishnavas. So Ramananda Rai, I think in previous class also I mentioned this. Now I'm also mentioning this because it is very important in our bhakti life, in Krishna consciousness. Sri Ramananda Rai says, pure devotional service in Krishna consciousness cannot be had even by pure devotional service in Krishna consciousness cannot be had even by pious activity in hundreds and thousands of lives. It can be attained only by paying one price, and that is intense greed to obtain it. If it is available somewhere, one must purchase it without delay. So Ramananda Rai, we all know his position. He is the eternal associate of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So he is saying that we need intense greed if we want to achieve pure devotional service. Intense greed, just like like greedy man with full passion, he works. And I do book distribution, I meet many people, various kinds of people, and I talk with them, And I asked how much hour you work, and some says 12, some even says 16 hours a day. So we should be greedy like the we can say karmis people. So we should be greedy. We should we should have more greed to hear, more greed to chant. We shouldn't waste a moment. It's very easy to say from here, from Vyasasana. It's not you should we should not waste even a moment, but it's very hard. Maya is very strong, mind is very flickering, but we should try our best. We should try our best. We should be sincere. If we are sincere, then Krishna will surely help. So again, Rupa Goswami it's by Sri Dakshinatya. So Rupa Goswami he says that, where were the hunter Dharma's piety, Dhruva's maturity, and Gajendra's knowledge? Where was Kubja's beauty? Where was Sudama's wealth? Where was Vidura's noble birth? Where was Ugrasena's chivalrous strength? Lord Madhava is pleased only by devotional service, not by material qualifications. So Krishna only sees how much we love him, what is our motive inside. So we should how to develop that love, how to develop that greed is by chanting and Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu, by chanting and hearing regularly. So this Bhagavatam helps us to increase our greed to achieve Krishna, increase our greed to surrender to Krishna. So this Bhagavatam helps us. If we listen with proper attitude, there is one condition also. If we listen with proper attitude. So this Bhagavatam is very important. So Bhagavatam 1.3.43 is also said, this Bhagavad Purana is brilliant as the sun, and it has arisen just after departure of Lord Krishna to his own abode, accompanied by religion, knowledge, etc. People who have lost their vision due to dense darkness of ignorance in the age of Kali shall get light from this Purana. So Bhagavatam is our hope, people, those who are in darkness. So we, being a conditioned soul, we all are in darkness. So Bhagavatam is like a torchlight. It will help us to show way. So we shouldn't underestimate Bhagavatam. It's very powerful. It's not different from Krishna. So we should respect it. Bhagavat. The more we respect Srimad-Bhagavatam will reciprocate with us. The more we respect Harinam, holy name will respect us. It's just like a simple thing. If I respect one person, he will respect me back. That's a reciprocation. So holy name, it has also a personality, Nam Prabhu. So he's also a personality. If we respect him, he will also respect us. If we respect Srimad-Bhagavatam, he will also respect us. So we should develop that mood. So in this purport, Prabhupada is saying that Krishna's first concern is to give protection to his devotees who has taken shelter of his lotus feet. Not only Prabhupada is saying devotee, but those who have taken shelter of his lotus feet. So this taken shelter of his lotus feet is very important, because it's very hard to completely take shelter of Krishna's lotus feet. So here's one story of Krishna and Rukmani once in Dwarka. So once Krishna was having prasadam with Rukmani Devi, while Rukmani Devi was serving Krishna. So one devotee of Krishna was walking in the forest. Suddenly a wild dog came and started attacking the devotee. At the point, Krishna in Dwarka immediately got up. He was ready to help the devotee, leaving his meal. Then suddenly he sat down and again started calmly taking prasadam. So Rukmini Devi was confused by Krishna's behavior. So she asked, "Oh Prannath Krishna, please explain me why you didn't save your devotee when that wild dog was attacking." So Krishna explained that he was ready to protect the devotee, but devotee, instead of having faith in Krishna, he immediately picked up a big stone and threw it at the dog. So Krishna said that was the only problem. So Krishna said that he could not tell the difference between the devotee and the dog. they were the same. Both were aggressive with intention to hurt each other. So, moral of the story is that we become agitated and angry when we do not surrender to Krishna. Then we have no faith that whatever has happened is Krishna's will, and that we should seek his shelter and help. So we should always try to, in every condition, just like in this story, we should always try to take shelter of Krishna. Same like in Draupadi's story, Draupadi, the Kaurav were harassing Draupadi, and at last, in time of Draupadi's Vastra Haran, Dusasan was pulling her sari, and Draupadi asked everyone for help. Pandavas, Bhismadev, everyone, the superiors in the assembly. At last, no one helped her, and she just raised her hand and said, Krishna, Krishna, and after that, Krishna immediately supplied sari, and Draupadi, she was saved. So Krishna could have saved Draupadi before also, but Draupadi was pure devotee, of course, but Draupadi, she was depending on others. She was depending on her husbands. She was depending on Dronacharya, Bhismadev, so that they might help her. But at that moment when she called out Krishna from, inside her heart, from whole heart, from inside, when she called Krishna for help, Krishna immediately appeared. So Krishna, he is here, he is watching. He is not just a Radha Gopinath, he is not just a marble statue, just standing like that. He is listening to everything, he is Paramatma. He knows what everyone is, thinking. He knows our motive. So we may think that we may have surrendered. Why Krishna is not reciprocating? Krishna is not like that. The moment we surrender, Krishna will immediately reciprocate. So from this Draupadi story, we can also see from Gajendra's story, Gajendra Moksha. Gajendra, he was being attacked by crocodile. He tried many times, but he couldn't escape. But that time when he called out, Hari, oh Narayan, please, save me. Immediately, Sri Hari came immediately. In some Puranas it is said that, when Gajendra called Sri Hari, he didn't even wait for Garuda. He ran without Garuda, and all were, shocked why Supreme Personality of Godhead, Narayan, is running. So Garuda also, he ran faster than Garuda. So that is the position of, that's the mood of Supreme Personality of Godhead. If his devotees, takes complete lotus shelter of his lotus feet, then Krishna will surely reciprocate. So that's the mood of Krishna. That's how merciful Krishna is. Krishna says in also Bhagavad Gita, Man mana bhava mad bhakto. He just asks our mind, He doesn't ask, give me your wealth. Nothing. Give me your, give me your wealth, give me your this, give me your that. He says, give me your mind. If we, fix our mind in Krishna's lotus feet, 24 hours, if we take shelter of, Krishna's bona fide representatives, our acharyas, our Guru Maharaj, then they will help us to, they will guide us how to take shelter of Krishna's lotus feet. We cannot directly go and go in front of Radha Gopinath saying, I am yours, I will take complete shelter of you. Krishna will, never accept it. We should go through the medium of Guru Parampara. We should, take blessings. We should pray to Srila Prabhupada, please guide me, please give me intelligence, please inspire me so that I can surrender to Krishna 100%. By only that mood, we can surrender. Without being submission and without being submissive and without being humble, it's not possible to surrender to Krishna. We can see also in Ambarish Maharaj's story, 9th canto in Srimad-Bhagavatam, Durvasa Muni, he was a very powerful mystic yogi, and after it's a long past time, after all the incident happened, when Ambarish Maharaj, without permission of Durvasa Muni, broke his fast, then Durvasa Muni, out of anger, he took out of his one dread. So he was a yogi, so he had like a dreadlock. So he took one dread and he just threw away in anger in the ground. And because of his mystic power, one great demon of fire, a great demon came with a trident. And he was attacking Ambarish Maharaj. It is said that the trident was, almost here. of Ambarish Maharaj. It was almost penetrated Ambarish Maharaj's belly. But Ambarish Maharaj, it is said that not even an inch he, moved. He was just sitting like that. He had full faith that Krishna, Lord Narayan will save him. So because of his faith, immediately Sudarshan Chakra came from behind, and immediately he killed the demon Sudarshan Chakra. And there is that pastime, we all know that Durvasa, the Sudarshan Chakra was after Durvasa Muni, and he went to Lord Narayana, and Lord Narayana, and the famous verse, Lord Narayana says that the pure devotee is always within the core of my heart, and I am always in the heart of my pure devotees. My devotees do not know anything else but me, I do not know anyone else but them. So Prabhupada in translation, he is saying pure devotee, not only he is saying devotee. So in order, if we are wanting Krishna to reciprocate with us, we have to be, first of all, be a pure devotee. We have to meet some requirement. We have to completely surrender to our Guru, to our Acharyas, and after that, by a gradual process, by chanting, by hearing, by Srimad-Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita regularly, then we will also become pure devotee. Prabhupada has said that if you chant regularly, sincerely, attentively, if you do devotional service, seva regularly, by sincere mood, sincere attitude, you will become pure one day. Prabhupada has guaranteed it. Prabhupada says, just by chanting 16 rounds regularly with full attention, rapt attention, with intense desire to achieve Krishna, with intense prayer, we will become pure devotee. Prabhupada has said that, Prabhupada is a pure devotee. So what he said, many things have come true what Prabhupada had said. So this, Prabhupada, we should have faith in our Acharya, Srila Prabhupada. So we should take shelter of Srila Prabhupada, and we should thank Srila Prabhupada that he has given us this great opportunity to hear Srimad-Bhagavatam regularly. So we should always try our best to take, full opportunity, we should always try to take best out of this opportunity. So we should always thank Srila Prabhupada. Morning, first thing in morning we should do, we being a ISKCON devotee, first thing in the morning we should thank Srila Prabhupada. Because without Srila Prabhupada, we wouldn't be here. Srila Prabhupada, because of Srila Prabhupada's mercy only, we are being able to listen to Srimad-Bhagavatam. This Bhagavatam is now so easily available. Even in phone, Srimad-Bhagavatam is easily available because of only Srila Prabhupada, Chaitanya Charitamrita, the great literatures. So we should always be, thanking Prabhupada. We should always pray to Prabhupada. We should have that gratitude towards Srila Prabhupada. And the best way to, serve Prabhupada is to do what Prabhupada wants us to do. Prabhupada says, if you want to make me happy, then distribute my books, then preach. So we being a ISKCON devotee, our movement is preaching movement. We are not a Bhajananandi, we are a Goshtanandi. So Prabhupada said, preach if you want to make me happy. So preaching not only means distributing books, preaching also means distributing prasadam. As I also said in previous class, preaching also means, calling your one friend and saying Hare Krishna. So that is also preaching. Nityananda Prabhu and Haridas Thakur used to do this type of preaching. They used to knock on door and they used to open the door and you say, please chant the holy name of Krishna. Please just say once Hari Bol, like that. They used to, say to the householders. And that is also preaching, Not only, it's not that compulsory that we should say only to human beings. Krishna is absolute. He doesn't discriminate between ant and a human being. So even saying Hare Krishna to an ant, giving prasadam to that ant, that is also preaching. Chanting Hare Krishna in front of a tree, that is also preaching, because there is also soul inside tree, Paramatma inside tree. So there is one pastime of Prabhupada. His disciple Naranarayan Prabhu, he's an earlier disciple of Prabhupada. He said that back in New York, he wasn't a devotee, but he used to come in temple and visit, he used to meet Prabhupada. So he used to take all type of drugs like LSD and all. And one day he took LSD and he was intoxicated. by LSD. So he made Prabhupada in that condition. So Prabhupada being Prabhupada, he is a, he is representative of Krishna. So he knows everything, past, present, future. So he knew that this boy is intoxicated. He is in illusion now. So Prabhupada, to make him more bewildered, Prabhupada pointed to the table there, Prabhupada writing desk, and he said, look at there, do you see an ant? There was no ant. Prabhupada just bewildered him, and Naranaran Prabhu was nervous, and he didn't want to, he just said yes. He saw that there was no ant, but he said yes. He knew that Prabhupada was playing with him because he was, intoxicated. And Prabhupada said, we should know our duty towards this ant. And Prabhupada just leans down towards the ant, invisible ant we can say, and Prabhupada chants Hare Krishna. And Prabhupada, so you can chant Hare Krishna, Prabhupada say like this, and Prabhupada chants, or you can give some little Krishna prasadam, and Krishna gives some Krishna prasad to that invisible ant. And he was teaching Naranaran Prabhu. So Prabhupada says, even if by our preaching, even if this one ant becomes Krishna consciousness and goes home back to Godhead, then our movement will be successful, Prabhupada is saying. Even if this one ant goes back to home, back to Godhead, our movement will be successful. So that was the mood of Prabhupada. So, Chatur Vidasi Bhagavad Prasada Swadhana Tripta Hari Bhakta Sangam. Why spiritual master becomes happy when he sees his devotees, eating Krishna prasadam. Not that spiritual master, thinks that, oh, my disciples is hungry, by taking Krishna prasad, their hunger will be gone, So not spiritual master, Srila Prabhupada mood was not that. Spiritual master is not concerned much about, temporary problems. Hunger is just a temporary problem. Why spiritual master becomes happy when he sees his devotees, other, non-devotees also eating Krishna prasadam? Because spiritual master knows that by eating Krishna prasadam, it will help that living entity to develop that Krishna consciousness more. So by seeing that others are eating Krishna prasadam, by seeing that after eating Krishna prasad, that living entity will develop Krishna consciousness, that's why spiritual master becomes happy. So we should also know what we are singing every morning, not like parrot, not just repeating. Prabhupada says in one lecture, ta 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 ta, parrot. If you say parrot, will say ta ta ta. Not this type of chanting and hearing will work. So we should know what meaning of what we are singing, what we are doing, what our Mangal Arti is all about, why we are offering Arti, why, in what tune we should sing Mangal Arti. In Mangal Arti, Radha Krishna just wakes up, they are in sleepy mood. So we should just sing what Prabhupada gave. I'm not criticizing, but it's a fact. Some knowingly or unknowingly sings, their own. So we shouldn't do that, because we can also feel that when we are just waken up, if someone shouts and if someone does something like inappropriate, we will feel angry. So Krishna is also personality. So he has just waken up and he's just arisen from his bed. He is in his night dress. So Krishna wants to be entertained, wants pleasure. So we should try to give him pleasure. So that's why we should always follow what Prabhupada has given. There is no need for change of anything. Prabhupada has given everything. So there is no change. Not that why Prabhupada, I think in that Gaudiya Math, they do like this. Why not we do like that? Nothing. Prabhupada has given everything. He is a pure devotee. He will not make mistakes like us. So what Prabhupada has given, we should just follow as it is. So Prabhupada. So if we have complete faith in spiritual master in that mood, then only we can have, we can develop that faith in Supreme Personality of Godhead. So we should, first of all, we should surrender to Srila Prabhupada, our Guru Maharaj, and after that only we should approach Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna. So that should be our mood. That what our Guru Maharaj teaches us. Prabhupada also teaches the same. He also, so we should be always, have gratitude towards Srila Prabhupada and thank him for everything. So Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So a famous pastime we know of Narasimhadev and Prahlad Maharaj. Narasimhadev, only for Prahlad Maharaj, one devotee, he took, Narsinga, the form of a lion and half man, half lion, and he killed Hiranyakashipu like nothing. So Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna is there, ready to help us, ready to reciprocate with us. He is just waiting for that one moment when we will chant His name purely. Just for that one moment, Krishna is waiting. The moment we chant, Krishna's name purely, from within our heart, saying, Krishna, I am yours, not artificially, from within, immediately Krishna will reciprocate. All this, I shared these pastimes were all, like examples how Krishna reciprocates. So Krishna is very merciful. So there is one pastime in Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Antya Leela, volume 5. It's the chapter Lord tastes nectar, and middle Kaviraj Goswami glorifies Kalidas Krishna, one great associate of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So it is said that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would wash his feet in this ditch when he would enter temple to Sri Lord Jagannath. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ordered his personal servant Govinda that no one should take water that had washed his feet. No one, even the living entities, even the small germs, all living entities. Shri Shri Radha Gopinath ki jai. Because of Lord's strict order, no living entity, no living being could take the water. Some of his intimate devotees, however, would take it by some tricks. One day, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was washing his feet in that place. Kalidas came and extended his palm to take the water. It's a long pastime, I'm just saying it in brief. Kalidas drank one palm full of water, then a second, then a third. Then Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu forbade him to drink more. And Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, do not act in this way anymore. I have fulfilled your desire as far as possible. So Krishna is saying, as far as possible, He has fulfilled your desire. So Krishna is, fulfilling our desire as far as, our karma, gives. As far as our karma, our acts, He is fulfilling our desire. So we have to face, even if we take initiation, we have to face our prarabdha karma. So in our prarabdha karma, it's, if it is written like, if our hand should be cut, because of Krishna's mercy, only a little cut will be there in our hand. So Krishna, He tries as far as possible to, help His devotee to eradicate the karma. So we may have desire, we may be praying for, years and years. Krishna is not fulfilling our desire. So because it's Krishna, He can do, He can give everything, but, we have our past life karmas, millions and life of karmas. So we have to face that karma also. So Krishna is, whatever Krishna is doing, Krishna is all good. Prabhupada says, Krishna is all good. He cannot make mistake. He is Supreme Personality of Godhead. So whatever, is happening in our life, we should just accept by saying it's Krishna's will. We have to just surrender in Krishna, and we have to just pray, oh my Lord Krishna, I know it's happening by your will. I know there is some reason behind it. Please give me shelter in the lotus feet. Like that, we have to pray for Krishna. We're not that complaining, oh Krishna, why that devotee is enjoying, why I'm feeling so distressed, not like Krishna gives according to our karma, according to our surrender. So Krishna reciprocates like that. So we should be always in, full in gratitude. So it is also, Kaviraj Goswami says that how Kalidas got that opportunity to take 3 palm full of water of Sri Chaitanya's Mahaprabhu lotus feet. So Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the most exalted, omniscient, Supreme Personality of Godhead. And therefore he knew that Kalidas in core of his heart had full faith in Vaishnavas. So Kalidas had full faith in Vaishnavas. It is said that he ate remnants of devotees of whole Bengal. In Bengal, each and every Vaishnava, almost all Vaishnava, he took remnants. In these pastimes, it's how he would take remnants. There is one example given. We don't have much time, so I will not go to that pastime. So Kalidas had full faith in Vaishnava. So we are under Srila Prabhupada. So if we develop full faith in Srila Prabhupada's word, then we'll get mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Mahaprabhu will bestow his mercy upon us. We just need to have full faith in Vaishnavas. That is only one qualification we need. Full faith in Vaishnava and intense greed to obtain it. So Krishna reciprocates like that. Prabhupada said in one lecture, even if once Krishna accepts your offering, then your life is successful. Your life is, Prabhupada says, to go home back to Godhead is to, that's the successful life. So even if Krishna accepts our offering even once, then we have ticket to go home back to Godhead, to Golaka Vrindavan. Without any doubt, Prabhupada had said that. So, not that, so we may have things, we offer to Krishna everyday food. So, not that Krishna is merciful, Krishna will take karma from that food, that's for sure. But, he will not eat like, he will not relish it if we will not offer him with love and devotion. So, that is needed. So, main thing in bhakti is, to develop that love and devotion of Krishna, to develop the mood of the Brajabasis. Mahaprabhu also said we should execute Krishna conscious in the mood of the inhabitants of Vrindavan, in that mood. They have spontaneous mood for love for Krishna. If you go to Vrindavan even now, even a simple taxi rickshaw driver, if you ask him, he will just say it's all happening by the mercy of Thakurji, Radharani, Radha Krishna. They have complete faith in Krishna and Radharani. They don't chant, they don't listen Srimad-Bhagavatam, but they have that firm faith already there. So that's why Krishna loves Brajabasi, because they have complete faith in Krishna. The cowherd boys of Krishna, the clapping hand, they were going inside the mouth of Aghasur demon. And the cowherd boys were talking with themselves. No, one was saying, this is a great snake. I think this is a great snake. We should not go inside it. But one friend said, we have Krishna. Why you are fearing, just go. And, but just by saying that, they went inside. So we should develop that mood. Similarly, gopis, when Krishna played flute, leaving everything behind, they just ran. They knew that, Krishna will not let them down. So we should develop that mood. Krishna, we should make Krishna our first priority. Then Krishna will also make Krishna will make us his first priority. So last time, this is one of my recent realization I got. I'm just trying, saying not to show off, but just to share this realization so that all of you can benefit. So while last time I was in Vrindavan, it was raining. In Vrindavan, it doesn't rain mostly, so it was 35, 36 degrees, and I had something to buy. I went to attend, it was already late. It was 12:15, 12:15 or something, and in Radha Damodar, the Aarti was in 12:30. So I was, so I was thinking I will attend this Aarti, anyhow. Tomorrow, I had to come back in Australia. So I was thinking, I have to attend this Aarti anyhow. So I was, creating that intense desire inside. So I was going. So I visited Radharaman, and Radharaman closed. And after that, it was now raining so hard. It was raining, the Vrindavan, the path is narrow. We say gully. So, it was raining. No one was walking. It was raining so hard, but I was thinking that if I go in that rain, I will surely get sick, because I had just, half kurta and all. It was raining so hard. And I thought, no, I should attend this Aarti, this afternoon Aarti, I should attend anyhow. I was thinking like that. So I ran, but I was wet. All people were saying, in Vrindavan, they say, Lala, they were saying in Braj, why you are going, why you are so, going in rain, come here with us. When rain stops, you go, I was not listening to them, I was just going. I was completely, fully, wet by the rain. So I reached temple, at right time. So I attended Mangal, that Aarti, and I went inside Prabhupada Bhajan Kutir, I prayed, and I was feeling so cold, I was just shivering. You can just imagine. It was so so cold. I was just shivering. I was thinking, now I will I will surely get sick. From tomorrow, that airport, they will not let me go to Australia. I have already booked ticket. Ticket was already booked. So I was thinking, I was having that anxiety. So, and I was, and the temple, when the Radha Damodar temple is closed, like it's not like other temple, they will, they will take everyone out. Temple will be closed. No one can stay in the temple. So they said, now temple will be closed in 5 minutes. You do parikrama and you go. And I prayed to Prabhupada, and I thought I will go to Samadhi of Jiva Goswami and Rupa Goswami. And while I was going, I prayed to Jiva Goswami, and I just went. And when I reached at Rupa Goswami Samadhi, I saw that there was a yajna going on. So, yajna going on, and I saw fire. So I was feeling so cold, and I was thinking in my mind, maybe I can, go near that fire. And that Panda Pujari, we say Goswami, that Goswami of temple says, everyone in 5 minutes, even the yajna was going to finish in 5 minutes. Everyone in 5 minutes, come out, they were saying like that. And after 5 minutes, everyone went. Yajna was finished, but that fire was still on. So I just sat near the fire. Even for 1 minute, if I can take some heat, then I will benefit. I was thinking like that. So I stayed there, I chanted 1 round, 2 rounds, 3 rounds. No one came and stopped me, The panda were roaming around, but they didn't say to me anything. So I was, from that small holes, I was saying to Rupa Goswami, I was praying in gratitude, thank you for giving me this, fire. So that is how Krishna helps us, how Krishna, Prabhupada, Rupa Goswami, our acharyas reciprocate with us, I was feeling so cold. It's not coincidence. It's in Vrindavan Dham, it's in Samadhi of Rupa Goswami, Radha Damodar temple, Bhajan Kutir of Srila Prabhupada. So I was thinking, so, it cannot happen, like, it's not a coincidence, Krishna reciprocates with us. So if we have intense desire, then we, in Vrindavan, we can even see Krishna with these material eyes. If we should have intense desire. So I'm not saying that, I have intense desire, but for that moment, I had intense desire to see the Aarti. So I got wet, but, Krishna, Prabhupada reciprocated. So I got fire, and I, in yajna fire, I, took some heat. My clothes were dried, and so I was confused. No one was there in temple, so I didn't know how to go outside of temple. So I met that Goswami there, and I asked him, and he said, oh, you are still here. What are you doing here inside? He was saying that because no one was there. Everyone was out. So he said, you can go out from here like that. So I went outside, and when I went outside, it was now, sun was shining, like nothing. So my all clothes were dried, and I returned after that happily. So that's how Krishna reciprocates. Nothing happens by reason. So we should be so much aware that how Krishna is helping me in this situation, how Krishna is reciprocating with me. If we have that awareness, then we will develop gratitude. Oh, because Krishna is helping me in this way. Krishna is so merciful. We will develop that gratitude, and slowly by developing gratitude, it will help us to surrender completely unto Srila Prabhupada, to Radha Gopinath. So that should be our mood. So what's needed is intense desire to obtain Krishna, and we should have firm faith, fixed frame, steady faith in Vaishnavas, word of Vaishnavas, pure devotee like Srila Prabhupada. By that, we'll surely attain Krishna. Srila Prabhupada has guaranteed us, after, maybe this lifetime or other lifetime, if we take, if we are in ISKCON, then Prabhupada takes responsibility of of us. We are in ISKCON, so Prabhupada takes our responsibility. So we can be we can stay relaxed, not in that relaxed that we will not chant like anything. We should be in that relaxed mood that Srila Prabhupada will surely, help us if we follow his instruction by chanting 16 rounds attentively, regularly, by following 4 regulatory principles, by reading his books, by distributing his books. If we make Srila Prabhupada happy, then he will give us ticket to go home back to Godhead. And by that, our life will be successful. So it's already time, so I would like to finish the glorification of Srimad-Bhagavatam. If I had made many mistakes, please forgive me. So if anyone have anything, then we can take something. Nothing? Okay, thank you. ग्रंथ Srimad-Bhagavatam की His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Srila Prabhupada ki, Ananta Koti Vaishnava Bhakta Vrinda ki, Nitai Gaura Premanande.